Now, Ubisoft has made the best benchmark for rooting out shills from the content creator community. If you see a person that plays this game and they're just saying, yeah, I'm having fun, I mean, whatever, it's not a great game, but it's not bad, like that is a person that may not be a shill. But when you see someone overly enthusiastic about this game, when you see someone praising this game as if it's a cultural phenomenon, that is definitely a shill. And the shills are having such a difficult time right now, especially with this clip that went absolutely viral. I look at it.
This is like a vast looking game. I think Ubisoft has done a really, really good job, by the way. You there? Never mind.
See, originally I thought that this is a shitpost that someone actually edit these two clips to make it look bad, but no, apparently this is like a level of comedic timing, which is not surprising because there's so many bugs that it's difficult to showcase gameplay of this without running into them. And the copium on Twitter is off the charts. Like, look at this. Bugs are present in any game, right? So now they're showing Red Dead Redemption, and there is this particularly interesting bug. And you know, like, the user is right. There are bugs in every single game. It's perfectly normal to run into them. But there is a question of quantity as well, and there is another question of game-breaking mechanics. Like, for instance, yeah, you do play Red Dead Redemption and you run into a bug eventually. But when you look at streamers playing this game and almost every single one of them is running into bugs after bugs after bugs, then that is the difference. This is why people are outraged, because this game is allegedly costing around $120 to play early. So you're spending $120 for a product that they don't have the decency, the basic human decency to fix. You know, like, all these chuckleheads go around and talk about basic human decency, but why can it be not reflected in their actions? I do think that if you have the audacity to demand money from hardworking people, you should actually put a product that you would be comfortable with. Not something that you just shit out the box and, come on, morons, just buy it. Come on, just take the slop, morons, and make us wealthy. So, yeah, there's a lot of this type of content creators that are, like, playing the game, and what they are saying is completely different than what's on the screen. Like, they will say, oh my goodness, the stealth mechanics are so amazing. The AI is absolutely brilliant, and you get to see the AI completely ignoring the playing character, like completely firing all around and then just not hitting. You know, this type of bland gameplay mechanics that you've already seen in other games. And everyone is like, oh, this is so amazing. This is like breaking the glass ceiling. This is such a novelty in gaming culture. Like, yeah, sure, buddy. And also, you know, the game bugs as well. I mean, this is game breaking. Like, falling through the game world requires you to restart the game. Meanwhile, this bug that you showed right here with the carriage is something that you can still continue playing, so it's not game breaking. But anyway, the cope doesn't end here. The cope trade is in full swing, with video game journalists absolutely mortified. They're in complete panic mode, which shows that it is working. Like, we're demoralizing them, so my advice is to keep dancing. What's happening is that the demoralization is on two fronts. The first front is that they're suffering financially. Their websites have a lot of affiliated links to these games, and if no one is buying these games, they are suffering financially, which shows a little bit of a conflict of interest, doesn't it? Like, if you're a game reviewer, your purpose, your job, why Jesus Christ anointed you as a game journalist, is so that you can make sure people make smart purchases. That they don't waste their money on stuff that they wouldn't like to buy. That is your job. And if you are also incentivized by people purchasing the product, then you're not going to give honest reviews, are you? Because your financial incentive is to get people to click on those affiliate links. So your financial incentive is now to promote those games on your website, and thus de facto becoming an extension of the PR arm of those marketing companies. So that is like the first reason. The second reason is that journalists that don't care about video games, they're ideologically possessed. So they think that gamers are bad people. They are awful people, especially white gamers. They are filled with bigotry and hatred in their hearts. But luckily, through the benches of American academia, an ideology was invented to wash away the sinful behavior, to change a gamer from a bigot into a decent human being. And the only way to do that is to use gaming as a vehicle and to inject that ideology with rich, vibrant Californian diversity, inclusivity, and equity. Even if it comes at the expense of gameplay, storytelling, character design, it doesn't matter. Like, the spice must flow. You cannot have a video game without the rich diversity. Like, we already did the Butlerian Jihad, so that every single sexy female character has been eradicated from gaming. The word male and female has been removed and replaced with body type A, body type B, and all is good in the world. All is just. Like we are now reaching those levels of perfection when art isn't just there for entertainment, but it's for an educational purposes, and it's all thanks to the game journalists and the game media. But much to their horror, from Asia, from the evil lands far away that that they didn't get to benefit from that rich American diversity yet, come new entertainment, come new products that are showing the market that actually this rich diversity and inclusivity is not creating profits. Like, you make a game with a monkey that swings stick, and monkey swinging stick is now dominating the Steam platform. It's dominating the market. It's showing to the companies that the journalists were lying and deceiving to them. It's exposing the journalists for being like Grimoire Wormtongue, just whispering lies and deceits into the ears of companies. And they are terrified that the companies may actually look at the situation and realize, well, hold on a little bit. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is not sustainable. Sure, we can get money through government grants, and we can get some money from BlackRock and other investors, but in the long run, our business model is not sustainable, and we cannot compete. Like, this shit on here cannot compete with Wukong. We like, if someone makes a new Overwatch with the original art style and with the original gameplay mechanics, our shit cannot compete. So companies may now reassess, and they may like, okay, well, either we're just going to make games for mobiles, or we're just going to have to fire all of these consultants and start making games like we used to. So the journalists are mortified because on one hand it shows that they are useless and they are lying and they were gaslighting. And the second thing is that they genuinely believe that society requires their wisdom. It requires their shepherding. And without it, like, society will revert to the horrors of the 90s. When everyone was a bigot, when everyone was listening to South Park jokes, and it was a horrible place, right? So this is why they are posting these articles, and they're trying desperately to get people to stop shitting on these games. And I'll tell you another thing, like, this game apparently costed hundreds of millions of dollars to make, and it has like 500 players concurrent. No one has been held accountable for this shit. None of the consultants have had to step forward and apologize for this disaster of epic proportion. No consultant company or diversity officer is losing their job over this. I mean, they created the game. Their advice led to creating a game that is an absolute mockery on the marketplace. And yet no one is responsible. Now, if they made the racist joke on Twitter, then all of a sudden we would hear about it, that person would be held responsible, and they would get fired. But then when they're de facto shit at their job, there is no accountability. So no, people will keep dancing, because one thing that upsets people the most is the arrogance, right? Like, you're acting like you know better than everyone. You're acting like you are entitled, and you're more intelligent and more smart than everyone. And you lost the plot to the point where you're so disconnected from reality that it's very difficult for people not to notice that you're full of shit. Like, look here, another opinion from a content creator. Concord is awesome, and if you don't like it, you just don't like video games. Plus, you've been a victim. Oh, see? They're trying to gaslight. This is what they're doing. They're trying to gaslight. They're trying to act like they're more intelligent. Like, you yourself cannot understand reality, but that's okay. The woke person understands reality for you, and they're telling you that you're a victim of social pressure. Right? To hate the game for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So if you don't like this game, you're not a gamer. And I'm looking at the numbers, and their argument is just completely dismantled. It falls apart, right? So like, what are the real gamers then? Are there only 183 gamers that are real in the whole world? Right? This is what really pisses them off, because these tactics used to work up until now.